A strategic framework. Watch, wait, and act. This section offers the core teaching of this episode, a practical framework for thoughtfully categorizing and responding to your body's signals. Instead of reacting with fear or dismissal, you can learn to interpret these signals with calm, strategic awareness. Category 1, things to watch. Changes that fall into the watch category are those that are mild and don't disrupt your daily life. They are signals to notice and track, but not necessarily to intervene on immediately. The key characteristics include mild. The sensation is not severe or debilitating. Infrequent. It doesn't happen consistently or constantly. Not interfering with daily life. You can still perform your usual activities without significant disruption. Examples of signals that might fall into this category include occasional fatigue, subtle sleep shifts, or minor digestive changes. The crucial distinction of the watching approach is that it means noticing patterns without immediately assuming they have a negative meaning. You are treating the signal as a piece of information, not as a premature diagnosis. Category 2, things to wait on. The wait approach is appropriate when a change is new or can be linked to a clear temporary factor, such as a period of high stress, recent travel, or a minor illness. In these cases, your body may simply need time to recalibrate. It's important to understand that waiting is an active, not passive process. Active waiting involves a thoughtful approach to give your body space to adjust. This includes tracking, continuing to observe the signal without judgment, reflecting, considering potential contributing factors, reducing noise, simplifying your routine rather than adding new interventions or supplements. Choosing to wait doesn't mean something is definitively wrong. It means acknowledging that your body may be in a natural state of adjustment. Category 3, things worth acting on. Action becomes the appropriate response when a change becomes more significant and is clearly impacting your well-being. The criteria for moving a signal into the act category are when changes become persistent. The signal doesn't resolve on its own over time. Progressive. The signal is gradually worsening, interfering with quality of life. The change is now preventing you from doing things you enjoy or need to do, repeating in predictable patterns. The signal appears consistently under specific circumstances. Critically, action is not limited to medical intervention like testing or medication. It represents a broader commitment to understanding the signal more deeply. Alternative forms of action can include asking better questions of yourself and your healthcare providers, having a more informed conversation, bringing clear observations to your appointments, looking at lifestyle patterns through a wider lens, examining connections between the signal and your diet, stress, sleep, or movement. This framework allows for a more empowered and less anxious approach, particularly as the body's signals change with age. Applying the framework after 40. This is where our framework becomes an essential tool, not just a concept. After 40, the body begins to communicate more subtly and often more honestly than it did before. The stakes can feel higher, and these subtle shifts can be unsettling. But by learning to watch, wait, or act, you can navigate this chapter with intelligence and grace. You may begin to notice shifts in how your body responds to daily life. These are not signs of failure, but valuable pieces of feedback. Common examples include slower recovery from exercise or a late night, less margin for stress before feeling its physical effects, different responses to foods, sleep patterns, or alcohol that you previously tolerated well. The core mindset shift required is to see this communication as feedback, not failure. Your goal is not to control your body, but to interpret its signals wisely. This means resisting the two most common urges: the need to fix everything immediately, or the tendency to dismiss everything as an inevitable part of just aging. A core message of reassurance. I want to be very clear here. Please remember these key points. Noticing changes does not mean something is wrong. Paying attention does not create problems. Choosing a thoughtful response does not mean you're overreacting. This is how long-term health is built: quietly, consistently, and without fear.